All right, we're just going to show the assembly of this hot stick or the hotline demo trailer. Start by putting the jacks down on the front and the rear. Make sure it's stable. Wheel chocks in place. Inside of the container, if you want to come up here a second and look. Don't need these branches in here anymore. Inside, we've already unhooked these with the cross arms. The uprights were strapped with orange straps on the front. First thing we do, take the one marked B, stand it upright in the back, put it in there. Make sure you have help for the next one because this mother's heavy. A couple guys, that bracket on that end is pretty heavy. Ready? It's marked A. Best to stand it upright first. Then two of us lift it up. Or one of us, I guess, because he's doing most of it. So the A marks the A, matches the A. The B matches the B. Next thing we're going to do is take the block and tackle and sling. Watch your fingers. Couple guys over here. Sure that's engaged. Okay, they've unstrapped it inside. Sure, let's go ahead and untwist it once. Twist it. Okay, ready? And he's going to pull it up. I'm going to guide it. Big man. Twist it once. Better. Okay, when you get it up about that high, lock it. I got it. Lock it right there and just throw the rope up over the top. Pivot this around the pole. Okay. Let go of it. I'm going to hand this to somebody out front. Hang on to that. Okay, ready? Unlock it and lower it down slowly. Okay, yep. It's on the bottom one. Top one's not on real good, but it's good. Inside of here is a wrench. Let's get out the bottom. There you go. Tighten that up. If you want to take the wire and everything out of this, keep the wrench out. Okay, this one on the insulator it says top front. There's a hole up here that says top front. Don't get real carried away tightening it up. Where's the hardware tag? That one didn't have any on it. Okay, let's get inside the trailer. Just use these. Okay. Okay, get hardware out. box in the back corner. There might be more bolts in there.
There's a washer. Come on.
Go ahead, before you close this, grab that cutout bracket down there. Okay. Close the lid. That'd be really nice if you had one. The next thing you do, take this out of the box. It goes through the hole in the front, right here. Come on close, and I'll show you how this goes. So it goes through that hole in the front, and there's a twist lock in here that lines up and locks in. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to take this tail. This goes to the transformer. It goes out that hole that we just went in. Comes up to the transformer. The ground up. Oh. Don't get too carried away with an impact on it. Kind of liking that. Okay. The neutral does not get hooked up. Nothing gets connected from the neutral here to the ground. That'll give you a problem if you do that. All right. Next thing we need to do, there's the 50 amp power supply. If I got enough to hook up or not. And we're going to go to his outlet over there. So the choice you have, we've got a 50 amp outlet to hook up to here, a 50 amp RV plug. You need to have a 50 amp breaker on it, and that's what's going to feed this. If we don't do that, then we have a generator. Generator is just stored on the trailer. Get 4 people to lift it off. You can roll it outside of a building. That's the 50 amp plug you hook to, and there's the breaker that feeds it. There's the on-off switch. So we can either run it off our own generator, or in this case, we're running it off the 50 amp RV outlet that we have, so we won't have all the noise. To run this thing, in this little pocket here, we can set an orange and connect it between the top and the bottom. I like to slip a hot dog over his hand here, and then we utilize a hot stick and this piece of conduit. We'll hold it with the hot stick and we'll make contact with the phase and the hot dog up here to get a good ball of fire. When we do the tree branch, to save your stick, it works best to just take a copper wire and wrap it around the stick using a stick, not by hand because this would be dangerous, but using a stick, we'll hang it there and let it break down. Now, this is too small. This will probably burn off and we'll lose the connection. But it breaks down relatively slowly, so you can talk to them about how you can see that it's tracking and things like that. Once those tracks come together, then you get a good arc with it, and we'll have a demo of that later on. So anyway, that saves burning your stick up at least at that point. The foot switch, that's what turns it on and off right here. Pushing the foot switch turns it on, taking your foot off of it shuts it off. I like to have a separate person run that switch than whoever's running the stick. So wearing your gloves, using a hot stick, you're going to make all the connections and do the demos with it. The last thing we're going to need to do before we let people get here is we're going to want to put cones out. I want to make sure nobody's within about 15 feet of this thing. It won't blow pieces away, but we want to make sure everybody's back about 15 feet. So we'll get some cones out to do that. So anyway, pretty simple demonstration. I don't know how long it took us to set this up, how many minutes we're into this, but
About 13.
about 13 minutes. So it doesn't take too long to set it up. It takes about the same to take it back down too. And it does a really good job of doing a demonstration. Whenever it's not manned, make sure that it is completely unplugged so we have isolation. Crew's bringing cones out right now. So make sure we have plenty of isolation. Don't get carried away trying to blow things up with this. If you leave it on too long, it can overheat the bridging reactor that we have in it and can create some problems there. But pretty simple to set up, pretty simple to work with. Thanks.